and welcome to this episode of the Security Journal America's Leaders in Security podcast series. I'm your host, Victoria Hanscom, and I'm the editor of Security Journal Americas. In this episode, I'm joined by Clifton Grief, Business Development and Partnerships Lead for the US at FF Group. So Clifton, thanks so much for joining me today. How are you?
I'm great, thanks to yourself. Really happy to be joining you today on this conversation. Thank you.
Well, lovely to have you here. So before we get into our discussion on smart cities, can you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and your role at FF Group?
Yes, my name is Clifton Grief, and I'm the Business Development Manager for Partnerships Lead for the USA and Middle East Africa regions. And I work with our technology partners, Access Communications, Milestone Systems, and Sorama, offering solutions to end customers in partnership with large system integrators. And this is to improve traffic management, parking management, and public safety through our solutions.
Fantastic. So thinking now about smart cities, how can we go about making cities smarter?
Yes, well, interesting question. I think, we always say a city in itself cannot be smarter. However, with all of those available technologies that we have through data collection and technology convergence, we have the ability to empower operations teams and city authorities with the right information to continually improve on citizen-centric urban design, as well as safer environments for those citizens. So certain technologies like AI in the form of deep learning on surveillance cameras, 5G and broadband connectivity, as well as IoT sensors that can monitor our environment, are all major drivers for smarter cities. And there are also amazing new technologies for renewable energy, including street poles that utilize solar and wind, which actually provide the housing for these surveillance cameras and IoT devices and these wireless communication devices, which lower the impact on the energy grid, as well as they have a massive influence on technology manufacturers to be more energy efficient. So all of these technological improvements have the aim at improving citizens' lives while lowering the impact of these deployments on the immediate environment around.
Absolutely. So thinking now about the challenges facing developed areas, what kind of issues does traffic present to cities specifically?
Yeah, I think congestion affects everyone's lives, and from time perspective, and spending less time in traffic and more time with your family is the ultimate goal. There is also an environmental impact with vehicles spending more time on the roads. And along with this, driver and pedestrian safety is a major concern for any citizen. Everyone wants to get to their destination safely. And accidents at intersections, rail crossings, and highways also have a major impact on citizens' well-being, as well as the impact on the economy from healthcare, as well as the actual emergency responders' perspective. I think we see lack of parking, or the time spent looking for parking can be really frustrating, but also increases the time of vehicles spent on the roads, which once again have an impact on congestion. So, and then, one thing that we don't really always think about is noise pollution, which also has an effect on people's well-being, as well as the immediate environment around us, including the lives of animals and insects which pass through or have been urbanized.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a issue that a lot of our listeners can relate to. And actually, like you say, it has far-reaching consequences that perhaps people don't even realize. So, of course, this is something that solutions can help with. So specifically, how can AI and ANPR help with this challenge and create safer, smarter cities?
Yes, and it's quite specific, how does license plate recognition, in general, we'll speak about license plate recognition and vehicle attribute data, right? And what does that really mean? It can assist with traffic management through real-time traffic monitoring, smart parking solutions, dynamic tolling, which all of these help on optimizing time spent on the roads. These solutions also assist with safety concerns, offering crime prevention and investigation teams with valuable data on vehicles involved in crimes and accidents at intersections, highways, and railway crossings. And valuable data can improve urban planning and policy making through insight into this data, including identifying high emission vehicles, which in turn will assist with the creation of low emission zones, as well as, public transport planning. And, let's not forget identifying noise pollution to create these similar low noise pollution zones.
Absolutely. So how about FF Group now and the solutions you provide? How do you help to make cities smarter?
Yeah, well, FF Group have been involved in LPR and vehicle attribute solutions for more than 10 years in conjunction with our global technology partners. And we've worked on many projects helping cities and corporates make data-driven decisions based on vehicle data. So, we have two offerings. One is Camera AI, which is an edge analytic that utilizes the power of access communications. They have traffic-optimized cameras to create accurate data of vehicle attributes, such as, obviously, license plate, make, model, vehicle type, color, and region, right? So Camera AI also includes speed data from Axis radar fusion cameras, as well as GPS data from GPS-enabled wireless communication devices, which we spoke about before. And these are all suitable for portable as well as transit-type solutions, quite popular in the US. All of this valuable data, is sent off to our second offering called Data Factory. And Data Factory has a individual database, which not only receives all this data, but is able to store and categorize these many attributes for fast retrieval of necessary data. And Data Factory is able to store these attributes such as license plate, make, model, color, vehicle type, region, as well as the GPS data and the vehicle speed from radar. We also store the sound pressure for the loudness of the vehicle through our partnership with Sorama. This also integrates with our video management system partner, Milestone Systems, which allows for video verification of these incidents, as well as a single pane of glass, to work with within the control room environment. And all of these combinations of metadata collection, Data Factory then offers, these dashboards for the analysis of the real-time traffic data, or for post-analytical data, decision-making, as well as real-time alerts for live operations and safety officers.
Fantastic. So thinking ahead to the future now, what is FF's group's vision for creating smart cities? What does the smart city of tomorrow look like?
Yeah, interesting question, Tori. There's a lot that's going on. Everyone's speaking a lot about AI, and it's top of everyone's mind. And I think for us it was really important to complete the following steps. And that was first to create, powerful and accurate AI sensors, delivering high quality metadata. Secondly, it was to offer a platform that can ingest our own metadata as well as data from other multiple devices that give us these data on vehicle attributes. And thirdly was to give, insights in the form of dashboards and live alerts through analytical backend. So what does the future hold from there? Step 4 is the combination of all this data would create a three-dimensional rendering of the scene. For example, an intersection which has multiple sensors, be it on AI, cameras, radars, LiDAR, etc. This we call true data fusion. So from this, we'll have the ability to create the digital twin, which will represent the scene. From this, we are able to utilize generative AI to ask the system what happened before or after a specific incident, which is a really useful tool. And once we have completed all of those steps, we will then be able to utilize predictive AI to project the most likely outcomes of certain scenarios. So what does this mean for smart cities? Well, we will be able to offer city authorities the tool to run simulations based on real data, which assists for urban planning once again, and then early warning systems for those in charge of safety and security, as well as great investigative tools for city authorities to utilize after an incident has occurred. I hope this will contribute to a safer and more environmentally friendly city for all.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm sure, as you say, that it will benefit the entirety of society, but not just that, actually be more sustainable, be safer and more efficient as well, which I think everyone can agree looks like a bright future for everyone. So, well, thank you so much, Clifton. It's been really great to speak with you today. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode.
Victoria, thank you as well, and thank you for your time. Much appreciated.
And thanks also to our listeners for tuning in to the Security Journal America's Leaders in Security podcast. I've been your host, Victoria Hanscom. Make sure to keep an eye and an ear out for our next episode coming soon.